Michigan is back in a new series. Donnie Wahlberg, Sadiqa Martin Green in Boston Blue. It premieres on Friday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week. And with that run, Air Force is in the red zone. Verizon brings you the red zone. 16 touchdowns and 19 trips is really good. Zarka, just a sophomore. Did not play at all last year. Straight up the guts. Dylan Carson with the carry. He's at the 8-yard line. Mark Anthony Parker made the stop. Offense for Air Force. You know, we've talked about Cade Harris. Quinn Smith on the outside, really good.
Well, he had a terrific game last week. 110 yards on just 3 catches against Hawaii, and he actually might have even more increased role today because Trey Roberson, their number 3 receiver, is out.
Carson in the backfield. A little more shotgun with Air Force's offense this year, especially with Zarka. That's Harris. Ooh. No, Zarka pulls it and keeps. Griffin Willis made the initial hit for Navy. And this is going to be 3rd down and about 3.
Stop me if you heard this one before, Rich, but number 96, the senior nose tackle, is the key to the defense. That's not only the case for Air Force, it's the case for Navy as well, with Landon Robinson, who is a true freak athlete, probably the best NFL prospect on the field. Let's see if he can make a big play here on 3rd and 3. If they get within 1.5 yards, 2, I would expect them to go for it on 4th.
Zarka, touchdown, Air Force. Oh, goodness. What a difference maker he is.
Terrific blocking by the right side. I mean, he just waltzed in, and already early in this game, you can see that Air Force is having a lot of success with the quarterback runs. It enables you to have one more blocker, and Navy hasn't been able to answer it.
You were right. Throw out the records. 4 plays, 75 yards. The 60-yard run by Liam Zarka set the stage, and Air Force answers with 6. 7-3 in Annapolis.
Behind every DIY
is more help than you think.
Try this for a clean line.
Nice.
To put in perspective, Air Force averaged under 90 yards passing per game last year. They're averaging over 215 this year, which is by far the most this century, although that drive was all on the ground and Zarka using his legs.
Air Force to kick off. Little short kick, and it bounces. It's loose, and Navy covers it right at the 20-yard line. Let's check in with Tiffany Blackman. Tiff.
Hey guys, well, Air Force's uniforms worn today honor the F-16 Fighting Falcon. The helmet replicates a fighter pilot's helmet. You see the word Psycho, the call sign of Colonel William Andrews, an F-16 hero shot down in Operation Desert Storm. On the back, the nickname Viper, a common nickname for the aircraft. Now, the jersey front has a patch of the corresponding squadron represented. The sleeve has the squadron path of base represented, Rich. Really cool for these guys to wear these jerseys today.
It is. It looks like they're road grays. Teska's in the game, and this is his first carry. Bounces off of 2, and there's Air Force with 3 helmets to meet him. It's going to be 4 hard-earned yards for the kid from Pittsburgh, Alex Teska. He and Eli Heidenreich, high school buddies, grade school buddies. They met first in first grade, and they've been teammates ever since.
Well, they told us he'd be limited. Got banged up last week against Rice. He told me before the game, I was talking with Alex, got a chance to meet him. Great young man, as you would expect, and said he's going to play, just wants to be smart about it. Obviously, they got a lot more games left to play this year.
This is Horvath. He'll keep it. And both these quarterbacks Ball's loose. Ball is loose. Air Force says they have it. It's at the 38.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by Air Force.
And Air Force has it. Wow. This does not look like a team that is 1-3.
Well, Horvath's fighting for extra yardage, and it was 19 Houston Hendricks, who's back in the lineup today. He's been a little bit banged up. They told us they were hoping to get him back. Man, are they glad they did. That's exactly what you do. You have your buddies hold him up, and while the running back or the ball carrier is fighting for extra yardage, rip that thing out, and Air Force is in business.
It looked like Mikhail Saikin was under the pile and had the football. Remember, Horvath had a 3-turnover first half against Tulsa this year. He rallied, and so did Navy, and they won that game. And back to work is Zarka. Harris in motion. That's Carson, kind of the prototypical fullback that Air Force always seems to have. And he'll pick up maybe 4 yards.
I thought Mike Beeson, the Air Force offensive coordinator, might go for a shot play there, right? Sudden change. You force the turnover, middle of the field where they are. I thought he might try to throw deep for the first time today. Instead, the fullback, anytime you get 3 or more yards, that is a positive for these offenses when it's a fullback dive.
Zarka will take the shot, and the flag comes down. Another arrives at the 20-yard line. Quinn Smith on a deep post, and the coverage may have been a little too tight.
Prior to the pass, holding, number 18, defense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, and automatic first down.
Well, they went, Rich, with the deep post. You'll see Dawson, 81. He goes with the post. Hamilton knows he's beat and has no help in the middle, and he just grabs him. That is an easy call for the officials. There was no middle of the field safety, which meant Hamilton was isolated. Probably a smart penalty because it would have been a touchdown.
Second possession for Air Force. They went length of the field for a touchdown in their first one. This is Zarka right side. He's inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He has good explosion once he sees the hole. Armed Forces football proudly supported by The Exchange. Of course, Brian Newberry, longtime defensive coordinator here. His 3rd year as the head coach. Carson in the backfield. Harris in motion. And as Carson, the fullback, he's going to get maybe one. Joe Grant from his linebacker spot made the stop.
It's interesting because Grant, for the first time today, is wearing the green dot for the coach-to-player communication. Typically, so far this season, it's been the safety, Giuseppe Sessi. But because of how much they run, they gave it to Grant. I would expect Air Force to run again here, probably with the quarterback.
They're down 3. Going to throw it. Zarka Bibi, and it's deflected. And it's incomplete, and now it's decision time for Troy Calhoun. Jackson Campbell got a hand on the throw.
They've had so much success with the quarterback run. I'm a little bit surprised they went away from it. That ball actually could have been picked off by Jackson Campbell, and Zarka took a pretty good shot. I think, Rich, if this was 4th and 1 or 2, they would go for it, but 4th and a long 3, they want to make sure they get a score here.
Jacob Medina hasn't kicked a lot, and he missed it. Just wide right. First-year kicker pushes it right. And Navy gets the football back. Brian Newberry And Navy down 7-3.
Oh, no. Aiden Hutchinson.
This is the significance. Worthman set a school record, which Zarka broke last week against Hawaii in his first start. Total offense.
48-45 sounds pretty good to me today, Rich. Let's do it. Navy just shifted the offensive line.
Shane Reynolds in the backfield, coming around. This is Chapman, and Brandon Chapman is caught and dropped. That's Dallas Bailey, the junior out of Renton, Washington, coming up, making the hit and the stop.
And that's one of Navy's bread and butter plays, the jet sweep. Air Force is dialed in right now defensively on some of the things Navy really likes to do.
2nd and 10. Chapman in motion, quick throw to him, makes the catch. And I'm telling you what, Air Force is really pursuing right now. This is going to be a sizable 3rd down for Navy. Roger Jones, the first hit.
They are very young on defense, inexperienced, but they're flying around, defeating the blocks at the point of attack. Jones gets up there with a wrap-up tackle, brings up 3rd and long. This is not a situation that either one of these teams likes to be in. The reason why they're not good at pass protection, keep your eye on Isaac Hubert at the bottom. He leads Air Force with 5 sacks.
Horvath has time. Now scrambling. Racing for the stick. And he gets it. Avoids the hit and slides over the 30. Bailey and Sykin were there. It's a 1st down for the midshipmen.
Just an unbelievable individual effort by Horvath. It was good pass pro initially, but you cannot let either one of these quarterbacks around the outside. That's called breaking contain. And watch Horvath right there, just splitting. When there's 2, you split them. That's exactly what Horvath did. What a gigantic 1st down there for Navy on 3rd and long.
Heidenreich at the bottom of your screen is Horvath's favorite target. And they'll keep it up the middle. Jackson Gutierrez was the number 2 running back and the number 3 quarterback with that carry. For more on Horvath, Tiffany Blackman.
When it comes to Horvath knowing when to run the ball, he told us in our meeting that he has more of a natural feel for it now. That last year sometimes he felt like he had to run, but being in this offense again with OC Drew Cronick, he has a good understanding of when he needs to know when to go.
You're right, Tiff. 89 yards per game on the ground. 125 through the air. That's his average. Spins away from pressure. Gets to the sideline again. Horvath out to midfield. And they mark it right at midfield. The addition last year for Brian Newberry of Drew Cronick, who was the head coach at Mercer, was known as one of the really creative offensive minds in college football. And he took the Navy playbook, kept some things, added so much more. This is just, it's such a fun offense to watch. And Brian Newberry had to pursue him, not 1 year, it took him 2 years to convince him to leave that head coaching job. 14 yards on that run. Horvath to keep it, looking for a seam, and he'll gain 3. What do you call this offense?
Well, I'd heard people calling it the millennial wing tee. Now, most recently, I heard sling tee. I don't know. I think it's just awesome. I mean, look what they have done the last 2 years and what they did before that. It's a lot more out of a shotgun. They still have some option elements, but they also have a bunch of wing tee plays led by that jet sweep. It feels like that's almost the base play in this offense.
2nd down and 7. Horvath, a quick throw to the side, caught in a nice fight for the yardage. It looks like Navy's got the 1st down. And that's Heidenreich with his 2nd catch.
Such a fun player. Over 100 yards rushing and receiving in this game last year. You know, he's the only FBS player with 7 rushing touchdowns and 11 receiving touchdowns. One of the really cool things about the service academies is how they use these players. Navy calls them the snipe Air Force will call them the slot, but it's those wing players that you see that you don't see a lot in other schools around the country.
Chapman in motion, Horvath to the air. Throwing deep, and it's almost caught. Josh Guerin was the intended receiver in a good battle there with Mikhail Sykin.
Well, and Guerin's going to get more time because they don't have Luke Hutchison available today. It's a stop and go, outstanding coverage, but look at that throw. I mean, that is a perfect throw. Guerin would be the first one to tell you, I have to make that catch. Now, it wouldn't have been an easy one, but that's one as a receiver you feel like you need to make when you're in man-to-man coverage against a sophomore like Sykin.
Sykin's having a good game already. 4 tackles and a pass breakup there. Horvath again, hit initially, stays on his feet, gets down to the 38-yard line. This will bring up 3rd down and another 7 or 8.
Air Force is doing a terrific job so far defensively. If you think about the 2 best plays for Navy on this drive, it's both just freelance plays from Horvath. Brings up 3rd and 9. Very likely 4-down territory for Navy. Wouldn't be surprised at all if they run it here.
Troy Calhoun and Air Force, their last 2 times in the stadium, left with a victory. Blitz comes. Horvath rolling away from it. Fires. It's caught well short of the 1st down.
So this is decision time here, Rich. And the way Navy works is they talk before every set of downs. They know what down they'll go for. They're going on the football. They might just be trying to draw them off sides.
Reynolds in the backfield. Chapman in motion. Now Horvath stands up.
They do have to run a play here before the quarter. Well, they're just going to take it down now and call timeout, and then Brian Newberry will have a decision to make. They thought they would try to see if they get a free 5 yards, which is smart.
This is going to be a lengthy field goal if they attempt it, and Nathan Kirkwood does not have a strong leg. So a lot of variables are going to go into this discussion.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty.
There's this.
Still 4th down.
That's the tell, right?
Well, that is surprising.
They take the delay.
Well, if you take the delay game, if you take the delay game, you're not going to kick a field goal, and you're not going to go for it. So they made a decision on 4th and 5 at the 33.5-yard line to punt it. That's a stunner to me. I mean, that is super, super conservative in that situation. This only makes any sense if Carlson's able to pin them at least inside the 15.
Dangerous returner back for Air Force. That's Cade Harris. High and end over end. And Harris tries the decoy.
Covered even on the first play of the game, and we're hanging in there. The part is we'll grow, and it's not just this game. Really, as we proceed throughout the season, we're going to see good progress made out our defense. These guys care. They're passionate. They're sharp. They love football. We just need to play.
Thanks so much, Craig.
Thank you.
I love this week, Rich, when Troy Calhoun, we asked him about playing all these young guys. Last week they started 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen in the secondary. He said, I love it. That's why I got into coaching, to try to develop these guys. And he said he's told them he sees growth and development that sometimes the players themselves don't even see.
Well, right now his offense is backed up along the goal line. Zarka, somebody tripped him, or else that would have been a 1st down. He lands at the 10. Mark Anthony Parker, I think, got a hand on him, the fine linebacker for Navy.
And watch the tight ends and wingbacks. That's what's so unique about these service academies, being able to get the block. He tripped over, it looked like, right there to the right. He tripped over his own guy, number 44. That's Rocco Conti. Otherwise, he might have gone a long way again. Cade Harris is not split out wide. He's in the backfield.
Zarka on 3rd and 7 has a hole, and it looks like he's got the 1st down. But this kid is not afraid of anything.
Harris on the tackle at the 17-yard line.
You'll see the left side. It's a quarterback draw. Mark Anthony Parker, he saw it, the middle linebacker for the Navy, just a little bit too soon. If you're Navy, your primary focus has got to be Zarka's legs. That is by far the thing that's hurting you the most so far.
And you saw those numbers. Zarka's already at 91 yards rushing. Fullback dive there. That's Dylan Carson.
And it's funny, when you watch Service Academy games and they hand the ball to the fullback for 2 yards, there's always kind of a little bit of a groan or frustration. Why are you doing that? Keep doing the jet sweeps or throw it or run Zarka. Everything they do is based off that fullback dive. You need Navy, the D-line, the inside linebackers, you need them to have to continue to honor that fullback dive. It sets up the outside stuff and the quarterback runs.
Air Force has always had good fullbacks, right? Brad Roberts was the best. Zarka going to throw up the sideline. It's caught there. Racing up the sideline. Bounced out of bounds. Bruin Fleischman, the big tight end, who rarely was a target the last 2 years, but has emerged as a weapon. A flag is down.
Take a look at Fleischman. He's right there in the backfield, and he's going to release and go up the field. He starts out in a wing position, and Navy dropped the coverage.
No flag. It was a hat on the sideline, 68 yards. Carson smothered. Back to the line of scrimmage. Landon Robinson, the nose guard, made the stop.
Hey, this is football, Rich, right? You catch a long pass for a while. Now watch Fleischman on the next play. He just went 40-plus yards. Watch this. Bam! He gets knocked right on his rear by the middle linebacker, Coleman Cauley for Navy.
Second and 10. Zarka, quick pitch. That's through. And Cade through. Let's see where they mark him. He's going to be short of the first down. They'll mark it just outside the 7-yard line.
I think, again, Rich, this could very likely be 4-down territory for Air Force. I don't think they're going to make the same mistake they made earlier in the game by trying to throw it here. I think they're going to run it to set themselves up to either get the first down or have 4th and short enough to go for it. My guess is quarterback run, get the extra blocker, and Zarka's probably the best guy you have with the ball in his hands.
And Air Force wants to talk about it. Key down here, 3rd and 4.
Charge from out of the half.
Air Force, another long drive, another big play, and a chance to stretch this lead when we get back.
Compliments of the chef.
Oh?
He was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico.
And here he is on the road against Navy. And look what he's done already.
And I said before Air Force used timeout that I'm expecting quarterback run. I got to tell you, though, Rich, Navy is too, right? So Navy should be expecting quarterback run as well, which means anything that Air Force does where they fake quarterback run, you would expect any type of pop pass or play action pass to be wide open.
Carson and through in the backfield. Fleischman in motion. The pitch. Good tackle there. Frew couldn't get by Giuseppe Sessi, the safety. And they lose yardage, which means field goal attempt.
What a read by Sessi. He's going to come from the right side of your screen, flying in like a heat-seeking missile. You see Zarka, he takes the hit, and then here comes Eddie, bam! That is a perfect tackle there. If you're Air Force, you'd like to see Frew be able to make him miss or take an edge to get more yards. Here comes Medina again.
And he did miss from 35, this from 24, and he knocks it up and through. And so Air Force's offense, which has been great the last 3 games, is great here so far. And they lead Navy 10-3.
A Grammy salute to Cyndi Lauper, new CBS Sunday and streaming on Paramount+.
From the first time that I met Ann, you could tell that she was attentive, that she wasn't in a rush, and that she took the time to actually listen to what was going on. She was very familiar with my case before even talking to me. I absolutely would recommend Ann. From her bedside manner, from her knowledge of what was going on with me prior to me even meeting her, I truly trust Ann to give me the best treatment that I can get.
The whole process of before and after is like, that's what sells me a little bit. I like to take a picture and be like, oh dang, this is the work I did today, you know? Give Precision a call. Let's change the look of your home. Let's get you a new garage door.
Precision Door Service, the name you can trust.
Attention, are your windows hard to open, drafty, cold to the touch? Before you lose another dollar overpaying for energy bills, call 1-800-HANSONS for a free quote for beautiful, durable, energy-efficient, and weather-resistant windows. Done right away and back for life. Lock-in rollback pricing. 60% off installation, no interest, and no payments for a whole year. 35 years experience, thousands of 5-star reviews, experts at your door in as little as 24 hours.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or score 60 months no interest and free shipping. The 30th anniversary sale on now at Denver Mattress.
Watch meteorologist Carl Rippey on Wyoming News Now.
The March On by the Midshipmen is one of the great traditions. It happens about an hour before kickoff. They all came out, marched through the city. And then when they got here, they were all on the field for 1 minute doing push-ups. Why? Because Air Force 2 years ago set the Guinness Book of World Record for most people doing push-ups for a whole minute. So Navy said, all right, we got that. And they did. They broke it.
3,068. How many push-ups could you do right now, Rich, if I gave you like $1,000 a push-up?
30.
Oh, you knew the number right away.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. Drop and give me 30, Russ. Navy now on a nice return. And it's Isaiah Bryant out to midfield. Special teams, always important in Academy games. And Bryant breaks a nice return. Great field position now for Navy.
Watch it setting up. Everybody goes to the right, but then they come back with the guys in front of them to the left. It seemed like because of how the front wall set up, that Air Force thought it was going to be a right return. I think Navy kind of threw them off the scent there a little bit by having the first two lines go to the right and then the people right in front of them, the lead blockers, go left for Bryant.
Mark it at the 47. Teska's in the game. Has the ball. Down he goes. And so does a flag. Isaac Hubert makes the stop for Air Force.
Penalty flag on the field.
Prior to the snap, ball start. Everyone to the center. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
What does that tell you?
The center was late to snap the ball. That is one of my favorite penalties, unless you're the center. Watch, everybody will move other than Cam Nichols. Yep, he was late.
Would the game clock operator please reset the game to 10 minutes,
you know,
21
Cam Nichols
seconds.
is back in the lineup starting.
Please.
He missed. He played a little bit against Rice last week, but he didn't start. Torrin Smith was there instead. That's actually a break, though, for Navy because Hubert made a tackle for loss. So Navy at least keeps first down again.
Third penalty on Navy. That's been somewhat of an issue. Horvath taking a shot, and it's caught there. That's Kent, the speedster. And Nathan Kent holds on at the 22-yard line. He is a track star. 36 yards.
Man-to-man coverage, you got to give him a shot. Just throw it up. He goes right by him, and I love dropping it in the bucket there. Beautiful pass from Horvath.
Second team All-American in the 400 meters. Chapman with a catch. And it feels like Horvath's starting to get a little rhythm along with this Navy offense.
Well, remember, any game like this, you're waiting to see how the opponent defends you. Both these teams throw out new things offensively and defensively. So now after a few series, Navy offensive coordinator Drew Cronick has a better feel for what Air Force is doing 2nd and 1 is a great play to take a shot because you can assume you'll get the first down running it. Horvath changing the play here. Just told Heidenreich.
Here comes Heidenreich. Horvath drops the ball. And this is going to be a loss of yardage. It looked like Daniel Groby got a hand on the arm or on the ball and knocked it loose.
Take a look at Groby. I think he's right there and going to end up pinching in here. Yeah, he is right there. Man, you know, Horvath made the right read because it looked like Groby was going to go with Heidenreich. What a job by Groby to reach that right hand out and punch it out, set up 3rd and long.
Chapman in motion. Quick throw, caught! Heidenreich, touchdown! Yards.
Boy, I love the fake here, Rich. Watch this, okay? You'll see these guys step up because they think it's run. There's nobody behind them. That is tough. You know, when Horvath bends over like that, you got fullback dive, you have option, so the safety has to come up for his option responsibility. Heidenreich goes right where he was for the easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good. Remember, the kick return set it in motion. Isaiah Bryant started things. Blake Horvath, Eli Heidenreich end the drive with 6, and we're all tied at 10.
Gillette Labs is just a fancy-looking Fusion 5.
Games have been a disaster defensively, but fun offensively. And all it's gotten them is 0-3, and they're 1-3 coming into this game. The Cades are back. Cade Frew and Cade Harris. Gossett with the kick. And it's coming out. Now time for working on a win, presented by the Home Depot.
We talked about option football being assignment football. Watch Roger Jones and Houston Hendricks, the safeties, okay? Jones comes up. Hendricks needs to replace him. Instead, he's going to go and try to chase the run. Hendricks sees Chapman going in motion. He chases. There's no watch Hendricks. 19 reaction. Oh, man. He knows he's got to be there to try to help his buddy out in that situation.
Now Liam Zarka and Air Force back to work. Zarka's had some big plays. To carry that one for 3 yards. You know, they've played him in every game when he wasn't starting, and they were meaningful series because they knew they had something with him. And you could see the total yardage of these two. And you ask Air Force, and they say Zarka is our Horvath, which is a great testament to how much they respect Horvath.
Already at 160, both these guys have a great chance to go over 300 again today.
Harris in motion. Zarka hammered, and it's incomplete, and he had Harris wide open crossing the field, but ran out of time.
All right, here, look. Harris comes in motion. Freeze it right there, guys, if you can. Harris comes in motion. He's wide open, but they come with a corner blitz, and Justin Ross is able to hit him. That is Air Force's bread and butter play. The half roll to the right, throw it back. If Navy doesn't come with the corner blitz there, that's a touchdown for Air Force.
3 tackles already for Justin Ross. A big one there. 3rd down, 7 here. Zarka, quick throw, caught at the 40, tumbling catch. That's Fleischman. And they tell us about Fleischman. If he played for a team that threw it 35, 40 times a game, he'd have 7 or 8 catches a game. That's his 2nd in this one.
Right, he's lined up in the slot here, okay? Just going to run a little in route. But Navy came with another blitz. Look at the courage from Zarka. He knows Campbell's about to hit him, and he fires a dart. What a throw.
Out to the 41. Zarka over the middle, and either the pattern was broken off or Zarka was seeing ghosts as he threw that ball right into the teeth of the Navy defense.
You know, there's some plays, Rich, where I just really don't know what happened there. I mean, I guess he just airmailed the receiver he was looking for underneath, and that's Jonah Dawson. But he threw it at least 10 feet over his head. Wasn't even close. You don't expect that from Zarka with how good he's been.
2nd and 10. And Navy doing a better job right now of containing Zarka in the quarterback run game. Armed Forces football proudly supported by USAA.
3rd and really long. This is what both teams try to avoid. Even though they've got good passing yardage numbers, they're not good pass protecting in one-on-one passing situations. So keep your eye. Landon Robinson is the nose tackle, and he can move.
Harris in motion. Zarka, time, over the middle, caught at the 45. Air Force picks up another 1st down. Quinn Smith with the grab.
Little surprised that Navy only rushed 3. It's a 6-man protection for Air Force, which means they had 6 guys to block 3 for Navy. Zarka's going to have all kinds of time. You're asking your DBs to cover way too long if you only rush 3 against a 6-man protection.
Harris on a swing pass, and that's blowing up. Joe Grant out there to get it. You mentioned Joe Grant wears the green dot, which is the comms with his defensive coordinator. Navy picked that up from Bill Belichick, who when Belichick came in to watch practice and talk to coaches said, hey, you should think about moving the comms to the defender that has the most important assignment depending on the offense you face.
So what they did is in spring ball and in training camp, they moved it around to a bunch of guys. Every guy was getting a chance to see what it was like to have the green dot and hear directly from D coordinator P.J. Volker.
Harris in motion. Zarka again to throw. Winds up, fires it. Harris, the intended receiver. And it's over his head. Philip Hamilton on the coverage.
Well, in that time, not only did they get pressure, but Philip Hamilton had outstanding coverage. You see they move Harris around. Hamilton was all over him. That is really well done by the sophomore speedster. And Pierce did just enough to be able to affect the throw.
Harris, 1 touch on the day. He's gone for 177 and 116 yards in receiving his last 2 games.
And that 1 touch is for a loss of 3 yards. You got to really be careful with the football here if you're Zarka.
Down he goes. Griffin Willis. And Navy stops him right around midfield.
I think Air Force, maybe rightfully so, elected to be conservative there. 3rd and 15. I don't think they wanted to take a chance of interception. I think they know with their offense, there's not a great chance of them getting the 1st down. This way they keep that clock moving, and hopefully they can pin Navy deep like Navy did to them earlier in the game.
Brandon Chapman is deep. End over end, short kick. And he makes the catch, a fair catch at the 18. 30 yards on the punt. It's inside the 20. Air Force and Navy, the first game in the Commander-in-Chief chase. And it's only 70 days to go to the countdown to the Army-Navy game, which is another obvious game for the CIC Trophy. It's presented by USAA, Saturday, December 13th on CBS Sports. All-time records in Commander-in-Chief's game. And remember, you have to go 2-0 to do it. There's been a few years where everybody's 1-1. But Air Force has won that CIC Trophy more than Navy and Army. Chapman right side. I got a question for you.
Sure.
Last 3 games, Air Force's defense, they have faced great throwing teams. Utah State, Boise State, Hawaii, run and shoot, Boise's formations and spread. Would assignment defense, as you've noted, Would that be easier for a young secondary than chasing 4 receivers all over the yard?
Well, because Air Force runs so many of Navy's plays now offensively, I do think that helps the young secondary for Air Force because these guys are used to seeing these plays.
Horvath winds up, fires it deep. That is Heidenreich with the catch. That is Heidenreich to the 10. That is Heidenreich to the end zone. Touchdown, Navy. Flag is down. Back at the 8.
I think it might just be a hit on Horvath because Horvath got unloaded on.
Yards.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 6, defense. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Touchdown.
Watch the shot, Rich, that Horvath takes when he throws this. You talk about courage. And he got the penalty for driving him down with his body weight. Heidenreich, he just runs a deep, skinny post. And again, you know, the Air Force corner there, he looks like he feels like he has safety help. That's Sykin, who's done a pretty good job. He played that like he had safety help. I think Houston Hendricks, 19, got caught looking in the backfield again.
Extra point is good. Offense is in high gear. Eli Heidenreich to the house at our watch party in Spain.
What's the score?
We're gonna rob an entire country.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Great state I'm in, and all states I'm in. We make it.
Merry Christmas, Schofield.
Play Dirty, rated R. Now streaming only on Prime.
Our communities share one heartbeat. It lives in the places we gather and the spaces that give us purpose. But when disasters strike, that heartbeat stops. The very fiber of a community torn. And that's when Belfor steps in to help bring it all back. So students can learn, hospitals can heal, and families can return. Belfor, restoring more than property.
Who's ready for a deal? Now you can order a footlong in the Subway app and get another for just $1. That's right, Subway MVP Rewards members. Just $1. Get your favorite sub plus one. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Let's take another look at that touchdown by Navy. And again, it's a case, I want you to watch the safety Hendricks and the corner Jones. In particular, Hendricks, again, watch his eyes. He sees the run action in front of him. And when they start to run that way, watch him. He's just a little bit slow. By the time he realizes it's a pass, it's too late. You know, Sykin was playing outside coverage, knowing he had his safety in the middle of the field. That is so tough. I mean, so tough, Rich. As you can see, Cronic and the Navy coaches are fired up. That safety is the guy they're putting in conflict, right? Because he feels like if he's not up there for the run, he's going to be too late for the run. By the time he realized it was passed, it was way too late. Look at this formation.
It's a line drive. And it hops up. Cade Frew, one of the running backs. It's not a bad return at all out to the 28-yard line. Tomorrow you can count on a showdown in the city of brotherly love. Broncos and Ross Tucker, your undefeated Eagles. The Texans tussling with the Ravens. It all begins at noon Eastern. NFL Today. You can catch the new pregame show. NFL Today Plus streams on Paramount Plus. Always count on Sundays. NFL on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. You do the Eagles non-conference games. You're a Pennsylvania guy.
Yep, I do the preseason games, and they're 4-0, but they're not playing that great. They've actually been outgained in every game so far this year.
Zarka's going to throw. Fleischman with another catch. He may get to 7 or 8 catches if he continues this. That's his 3rd catch for the big tight end. 6'5", 235 out of Pocatello, Idaho.
He has been the weapon so far for Air Force. It's almost like they've been waiting for him for this game. 3 big-time receptions for Fleischman already.
He's got 101 yards. Just short of the 45. This time that's Dylan Carson, the fullback, who burst through and picks up 4. Luke Pierce made the stop. If you're just joining us, this is Navy, this is Air Force. We're in Annapolis, home of Navy. This is the first game of the Commander-in-Chief Trophy Series between Air Force and Navy, and then Army. Air Force will host Army, and of course Navy against Army on CBS in December. Those two guys know the drill, right? Troy Calhoun and there, Brian Newberry. Zarka, pump fake, fires. And again, looking for Fleischman. It was just over his head.
He just missed him. That was a nice pump and go. You'll see, again, everything's based on some type of run fake. Then he pumps, then he goes, and they had him. You can see Zarka's frustrated with himself because he knows that should have been another completion for a big game. Instead, it's 3rd and 6.
This is kind of around where Air Force stalled with their last drive.
Navy's done better when they brought pressure.
4 of 7 on 3rd down. Zarka play action. Hesitates and then gets pummeled. Landon Robinson lands on him. The nose guard, maybe the best NFL prospect in this game.
Well, and they only rushed 3 again off of the play action pass, but this time they were able to get there. You'll see Landon Robinson right there. Watch Navy's defensive line move around. They're playing run for a second, and then he's just relentless, and all 3 guys meet at the quarterback. How fun is that for all 3 big guys to meet at the quarterback for a sack at the same time?
Brian Newberry, of course, defensive coordinator.
And he's seeing Air Force take it all the way down. I think it's smart for them to take it all the way down, and I'm okay with Newberry saving his timeout till after the 2-minute timeout.
Newberry, a defensive coordinator, for taking the head coaching job. Pretty pleased with his defense right now. 2-minute timeouts. Late in the second, Navy by 7.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts, you can simply arrive or make an entrance. Stick to the agenda or experience something unexpected. With IHG's 20 hotel brands, you can guest how you guest.
Do you take this woman and her USAA membership to have car insurance and home insurance, life insurance and banking from this day forward?
I do.
And do you take this man to share your USAA membership to have all your insurance and banking in one spot, forsaking all others from this day forward?
I do.
I do too.
USAA, for the military community and their families.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Any hand-tossed, pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Last time you got
sausage, bacon,
chicken,
spinach, beef, buffalo sauce.
What are you going to get this time? Get Domino's $9.99 Best Deal Ever before it's gone.
I've been playing music with my family since I was about 7. Love to write songs people might relate to. That's all I could ever ask for.
Being a champion means knowing when to work and when to reward myself.
Strawberry mango.
This is amazing. And with my Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Really? You call this a workout?
I'm just taking a little break. Then I'll get back after it.
I'm messing with you. Actually, that looks really good.
Make it 2. With the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
2 minutes left here in the first half. Final 2 minutes of the first half, presented by Active Cash Card from Wells Fargo. The middle eight, college football coaches talk about this. You get the last 4 of the first half, the first possession of the second half. You can really make a difference in the outcome of the game. Navy had the first possession. Air Force stopped here, gets the football to start the second half.
Navy has all 3 timeouts. It's funny because a few years ago, you know, these teams really struggled in 2-minute situations. But now that they can both throw it, they're much better being able to move the ball and get points.
Chapman coming over for a fair catch, and he makes it inside the 10. Of course, it's a long way to go, 90 yards, but Eli Heidenreich certainly got there the last possession.
Well, he has been absolutely fantastic. It started with the one-handed catch. Then he got the touchdown where the safety bit. And then how about the last touchdown? It's a skinny post, runs right by the safety Hendricks, and goes 80 yards. Heidenreich has been absolutely fantastic. 143 yards on those 4 catches. You see where Eli's been hiding out so far today with those different lineup positions.
Horvath out to the 13.
So I think Navy will wait till they at least get 1 first down before they would stop the clock and call a timeout. They don't want to be calling timeouts to save time for Air Force. Meanwhile, Air Force only has 1 timeout. They had to use 2 earlier in the game, which hurts them in this situation. But if they're able to get a stop here and make it 3rd and long, Calhoun might use it.
Second and 10. Horvath's throw is over the head of his intended receiver. It's Cody Howard in the pattern, the tight end. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ will break down the game, catch you up on all the action. A great start to the college football Saturday here with Navy and Air Force. That's coming up. Verizon halftime report. 3rd down for Navy.
Kind of a double whammy there on 2nd down for Navy because Howard would have gotten the first down and gotten out of bounds. Now, 3rd and 7. If Air Force gets a stop, they'll use that last timeout and see if they can get some points here at the end of the half. This is a big play.
Movement.
Delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Movement after the whistle and the flag. So delay of game.
That is a brutal penalty. Big difference between 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 12. The clock was stopped after the incomplete pass. Navy has 3 timeouts. Somebody, whether it's Newberry or Horvath or Chronic, needs to be on that and call timeout. You see the penalty issues they've had this year, specifically last week.
More flags. Air Force pointing at Navy. Navy walking backwards.
Illegal snap, number 69, offense. That penalty's half a distance to the goal. Still 3rd down.
2nd penalty today for Nichols, who's been out. He's right in front of Horvath there. Watch his right hand. Yeah. They tried to run the hard count, and Nichols moved the football. That's the 2nd snap infraction for Nichols. Obviously, he's the experienced player that they want out there, but he hasn't played much in recent weeks, and you can tell.
Horvath in his end zone, and he breaks loose, cuts across the 15. He's close to the first down. Blake Fletcher made the stop. Does Air Force call a timeout?
They did, yep. Terrific job there.
3rd
by Calhoun.
Charge from out of the half.
Hunt team getting set to come on for Navy. This half's not done yet. Minute 6 left in Annapolis.
Direct eye contact. Confident. Paul. Engaged. Kind of creepy.
Happy Monday.
It's an old school power move. The real power move? Having smart tools that'll keep up with changing trade rules.
Liz, we gotta get that Malaysian customs thing sorted.
Figured it out with FedEx. It shipped. Anything else?
Nope.
FedEx, the new power move.
How does Freshpet make healthy food for dogs? The same way you make healthy food for people. Start here.
On farms like mine.
Plant the seeds, tend to the soil, feed the animals. Harvest fresh.
Ship it fresh.
And craft it into recipes that are vet developed and protein packed. Then when people tell you,
we can't put dog food in our fridges,
you build your own. Because your dog deserves fresh, healthy food just like you. Freshpet. Healthy food fresh from the fridge.
You know you make me wanna
NCIS.
It's go time. NCIS Tuesday. New seasons begin CBS Premiere Week.
Well, Troy Calhoun and Air Force looks like they're going to get the ball. But as you noted, they had to use a couple timeouts early in the half, and they're out of them now.
And that's why you don't want to burn timeouts earlier in a half. You know, whatever the issues they had, they didn't know what play call they wanted, or late getting somebody out there, or whatever. Those are the things you really try to avoid, the unforced errors, because that greatly increased the degree of difficulty here for them to try to get points with no timeouts.
Jacob Carlson will punt. Air Force, the kings of the fair catch, although with Harris deep, we were told by Troy Calhoun they're going to let him return a few. See if he gets one to return. He had the fair catch called, and he makes it. That is a clutch kick of 53 yards by the sophomore Jacob Carlson of Navy. So Air Force has the ball now. They will have the ball to start the second half.
So this is interesting because Navy still has 3 timeouts. So I'm really going to be curious to see how aggressive their head coach Brian Newberry is here. Only a minute remaining, and obviously, even though they throw it better, they're not like an up-tempo spread offense. I don't know if he'll use them or not.
Obviously, if you throw it and it's incomplete, it stops the clock. Zarka blasts across the 35. Let's see if Air Force is going to go without a huddle and try to hurry up.
Well, Air Force wants to at least run clock, which I agree with, since Navy has those 3 timeouts. Worst case scenario right now, if you're Air Force, is you go down to halftime, down 1 score.
Of course, they get the ball to start the second half. That helps too. Zarka's going to throw. He's got a lot of time. Flips it short. It's caught there by Cade Frew, who's blasted, but he holds on. And the first down stops the clock.
Got to get right on the football here if you're Air Force, because as soon as they set the ball for play, they will wind the clock. You don't want to have these seconds going off. Air Force already taking too much time here.
Zarka, pressure, and down he goes. Landon Robinson again.
Well, Air Force took 12 seconds before they snapped that football after the first down. And then with the sack by Robinson, they're probably rightfully here just going to let it go to halftime. Robinson, second time he's been in the backfield, putting Zarka on his back.
17-10 at the half. And Navy down early. Air Force a quick lead. And Eli Heidenreich, Blake Horvath erased that lead. Let's go down to Tiffany Blackman with Brian Newberry.
Coach Newberry.
To the initial touchdown for Air Force. For Navy, it's been more through the air with Blake Horvath to Eli Heidenreich, who's having a terrific game yet again against Air Force. He already has over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Troy Calhoun, Brian Newberry, second half ahead of them. As we told you throughout the end of that first half, Air Force gets the ball to start the third quarter. And that one's through the end zone. We send it down to Tiffany Blackman. Hi, Tiff.
Hey, guys. I just caught up with Air Force coach Troy Calhoun, and we knew Liam Zarka could use those legs. Well, he was really happy with the fact he was able to break off a long run and kind of set the tone with this offense. But he told me, you know, they're 2 of 3 down there in trips to the red zone. He said, we've got to be better. They've got the touchdown. They've got the field goal. He wants to see them finish drives, guys.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. late flag, offside Navy, which moves the ball from the 25 to the 30. So pretty good field position. Let's see if Liam Zarka and the Falcons can recapture what they had early in that first half. Zarka will keep it. Remember, he ripped off a huge run in the first play of their first possession. Job Grant makes the stop, and it's a gain of about 7.
They're going to fake the jet sweep again to Cade Harris, who had a very quiet first half, and then he follows the blockers in front of him. That's an awesome first down gain to get a nice 7, let's call it 8 yards there for Air Force.
Zarka again popped at the 40, but it looks like he's got the first down. It was Job Grant that got him. Possession chart in the first half.
Well, and it's the second and third drives which really hurt if you're Air Force. To miss a field goal after they forced that fumble from Horvath, and then you go 87 yards and not get a touchdown, that's almost hard to do. They'd be leading this game if they had converted those other 2 into touchdowns.
Harris on the move, little inside handoff to Cade Crew, and that's maybe a yard. This Navy defense is, so far this year, really good. Giving up less than 300 yards a game, giving up just 92 yards a game on the ground. They live by this. Get 6 of these on defense and they'll win. 6, combination of 3 and outs, 4th down stops, or turnovers. Jay Polker, their defensive coordinator. 2nd down 9. On the ground, it's Carson. And the run game outside of Zarka has not been there today for Air Force.
No, it really hasn't. You know, they need Zarka. I think he's more dynamic with the ball in his hands, and I think it gives them that extra blocker. Brings up 3rd and 7. Now, they did bring the fullback, Terrence Gist, into the game. When Gist, number 12, is out there, he's usually out there to block. He's right there next to Zarka. He's there to block.
Flushed. Zarka cuts, and he's going to be short of the first down. Let's see where they mark him. Griffin Willis chased him down. He had to get to the Navy 49. He gets to the Air Force 49.
4th and 2 right now. Air Force still has their offense out there on the field. This would be aggressive from Troy Calhoun. But all these service academies really utilize the analytics. And they have a great feel for when they want to go for it. 8 for 11 on 4th down.
Kemper Hodges, a fullback, is going to line up in the shotgun as a quarterback. He's looking to throw it, and he does, and it's Fleischman with a catch. And Fleischman to the 20, tumbles down to the 13. That's a fullback lined up as a quarterback who waited at just the right moment to deliver the throw.
Right, and Fleischman's right there. Everybody is thinking run. They brought the fullback in at quarterback, and then a little late pop pass. I love it. The ingenuity from Air Force offensive coordinator Mike Thiessen. When they saw number 4 come in at quarterback, everybody was thinking power run, which is the perfect time to throw that pop pass.
Zarka's back in there. Air Force keeps it on the run. Frew upended at the 12-yard line.
Kemper Hodges is listed at 6'2", 245. That's one of the best throws and conversions by a 6'2", 245 quarterback I've seen since Jared Lorenzen.
Now, how about the patience to allow Fleischman to get open?
Absolutely. I thought he held on to a little bit too long.
2nd down and 9. Play action. End zone shot. A lot of contact. Flags are down. That was Quinn Smith in the pattern. And Justin Ross on the coverage.
In the secondary.
Pass interference, number 17, defense. Ball be placed at the 2-yard line, automatic. First down.
Again, I love the decision here for the first down pass because Navy's thinking run. It's a fake in the belly. It's a post by Smith. Ross, who they really like, definitely tugs him. That's a good call.
Guess who's back? Kemper Hodges. This time he will run it, and Hodges puts his head down. He's right at the goal line.
Do it again. You know, it's 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. Look at all the wing backs and running backs blocking, and Hodges gets down. He is inside the 1. Whether it's Hodges or Zarka, either way, this should be a quarterback run, maybe even a sneak.
Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. Zarka's back in, and Zarka's up and in the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. What a drive. Mike Thiessen, the offensive coordinator, with some brilliant play calling. Kemper Hodges with 2 big plays at quarterback, and the Falcons are almost even.
You said it, Rich. Terrific job by Thiessen there on the 4th and short pass from Hodges. Then after that, everybody's thinking run on first down. Then they come right back with another play-action pass.
Extra point is up and good. 4th down, they go for it. They bring in a fullback.
Hey, it's a commander-in-chief game.
Let's showdown next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern. We'll have it for you on CBS Sports Network. So Zarka has his headset. Hodges has his headset. Undefeated, unranked. Navy's on that list. So is UNLV. Dan Mullen's done a terrific job there of building a roster and winning games. Air Force an adventurous first drive to score a touchdown. Here in the second half. Isaiah Bryant fell down. He had a big return in the first half, and this one is going to start at the 1-yard line. Now they'll mark it at the 2, and that's kind.
Fielded it cleanly. The right foot just slipped on the turf. You know, his cleats gave out on the right turf, and he knew right away. If Navy's going to score again, they're going to have to go the long, hard way.
First 6 possessions. That fumble early in the half. Navy cleaned it up, and they used the big play from Horvath to Eli Heidenreich to fuel their offense. Horvath weaving his way out across the 5, out to the 8, and we check in with Tiffany Blackman. Tiff?
Hey guys, after that Air Force touchdown, I got over to their sideline and I saw Kemper Hodges getting some pats on the back, some good jobs and way to make things happen. And then he was handed that headset that you guys were just having a good little laugh about. It was back to business for this group, and it's pin, like you can hear a pin drop. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. It's pretty silent over here. The focus is there.
All right, thank you, Tiff. That's the first time he's thrown out of that formation this year.
That's what you do. You save it for Navy.
That's right. That's why they prepare all year. This is going to break loose, and Navy has a nice run there. Jackson Gutierrez out to the 30-yard line. Talk about versatility. He's also the number 3 quarterback, as well as being the number 2 running back.
And the left tackle, Crowley, he has the key block here. Watch. They slant inside. Just take them where they want to go. You know, so often playing offensive line or playing up front, if that D lineman wants to go somewhere, even if it's not where you want him to go, take him there as violently and quickly as you can.
Horvath to throw up the sideline there. Chapman, the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. Roger Jones.
I think he just dropped it. I mean, I believe that looked to me like a perfect pass again from Horvath, who threw for over 200 in the first half. Look at this, lays it out there. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is a beautiful throw from Horvath. And with Chapman's speed, That could have been a big, big play.
2nd and 10. See 206 yards for Horvath through the air. On the ground here, Gutierrez, the sophomore. Remember, Alex Teska, as we reported, playing with the knee brace. So Gutierrez getting a few more carries here than he normally does.
Teska has not played very much. They said he would be limited. He told me before the game that they would be smart about it. Have not seen number 46 a lot out there. Gutierrez is kind of like Kemper Hodges. He's listed as the backup fullback and the third-string quarterback for the midshipmen.
From the 34, Horvath, quick throw, caught, but short of the first down. Good close out there.
They got to punt it.
Nathan Kent, the catch.
Based on what we saw from Navy in the first half, I would expect them to punt it here. That's a full 2.5 yards. When you're backed up like this, I'd be surprised if Newberry went for it. They might try the hard count, but I don't think they're going to run a play.
And then maybe take the 5 yards and then punt it from there?
Well, you'd rather take the 5 yards than use a timeout in these situations.
Absolutely. Let's see if they do run it. Chapman in motion, they're going to run it. Horvath has the first down, it looks like. Yes, he falls across the 41 to the 42.
Wow. I am surprised by that. Remember when they took a delay game at the 33-yard line to go back and punt from the 38, but they follow the big left guard, Purvis, and they run the quarterback, Horvath, who knew exactly what he needed to get. That is the first real courageous decision we've seen from either one of these coaches.
Only 102 yards. I say only because they average 353 on the ground per game. Chapman is captured right away behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a half a yard. Andrew Tillett came roaring through.
Yeah, let's look at Tillett, one of the reserve defensive linemen, okay? He's going to be, I believe, right there. Let's see what happens with Tillett. It's a down block, and he beats the down block up the field. He beat him with quickness and speed. So Acevedo, the right tackle, his job is to block down on Tillett, but Tillett was just too quick off the snap.
Braxton Woodson is in at quarterback. And Horvath is in. So Woodson and Horvath. Two quarterbacks in. Horvath fakes to Woodson and breaks it loose. Blake Horvath is gone. Touchdown, Navy. Yards.
They got him again, Rich. They got him with the misdirection again. Take a look at the linebacker to that side. Can't see who it is, but also Hendricks, the safety. They're so worried about Woodson, they go running that way. There's nobody there. Horvath goes right down Main Street in Annapolis for one of the easiest touchdowns of his career.
March on. Extra point up and good. Air Force scored their first touch. Navy scores here. Blake Horvath. And the midshipmen back up by 7.
There's something important I need to tell you. I should have...
Sure, you don't just have to focus on one guy. Everyone's a threat.
Yeah, and it's a fun offense. That's the other thing he said. I wanted a fun offense for these guys to enjoy it. This is Zarka, who blasts his way across the 37 to the 38. Seth English on the hit.
I love these offenses. I love these kids. I love the quarterbacks. I mean, so great to get a chance to talk with them earlier in the week. Zarka already over 100 yards, both passing and rushing. And we still have over 20 minutes to go.
Some have said that some of the stuff Air Force is running this year is what Navy started to run when Cronic arrived last year.
Absolutely.
That's Cade Harris on the sideline. We opened the show talking about these offenses and these two quarterbacks.
Well, and they've both been as advertised. Look at them, 1 and 2 in yards per attempt, not completion, attempt, which shows you just how efficient those guys have been. They also have both already rushed for over 100 yards. These guys are putting on a show.
Second down, 6. Nice interior blocking there, and Dylan Carson follows the hole out to the 48-yard line. He has got enough for the first down. That's going to move the sticks.
Rich, have you ever seen a 6'2", 300-pound tight end? You're about to. Watch right here. Griffin Stalfort coming in motion. 6'2", 300. Whap. Now, he needs to keep running his feet. But he's a converted offensive lineman that they put in for specific plays just like that. They gave number 86 and said, go have fun, young man.
Little option, right side, and getting out Dylan Carson, or rather Cade Frew. And Frew gets about the 47-yard line.
Another really good open field tackle by Giuseppe Sessi. You can see he's got that cast on his left wrist there. We were told he broke his left thumb. He's usually the green dot, but because of this offense, they moved it up to the linebacker level. But think about how good you have to be for them to still want you out there with a huge cast like that. Tells you just how much they think of him, and he's already made a couple big tackles.
Second down, Zarka keeps, has a seam, and he spills inside the 40. That's a first down. Luke Peerless made the stop. Armed Forces football proudly supported by Bud Light. Brian Newberry, Renaissance man. I mean, this guy has a lot going on. Grew up in Oklahoma, was an accomplished photographer, a tour guide at Glacier National Park. Drives one of the sweetest Jeep convertibles you'll ever see.
And I think that look on his face right there was the look of a man that knows this thing's going to go down to the very end. You see the motion there from Conti.
Conti in motion again. This is Gist, and he powers his way. 10-yard pickup. That may be another first down. It is. The sticks move. It's an impressive drive.
They never give the ball to Gist. This goes against the tendency. Gist is seemingly always the lead blocker. Watching the film.
This is old school, right? Air Force.
It is, and it's interesting. You know, I remember last year where Brian Newberry, the Navy head coach, told us he watches Air Force and Army's games every Monday. I have never heard any other coaches in any other series that does that. No matter who they're playing that week, he takes the time to watch Air Force and Navy. It means that much. It's basically their own conference, and by far the #1 goal of both these teams.
Second down, 5. Zarka in trouble, escapes, looking to the end zone, and he's going to flip it short. It's caught there by Harris.
They had him. I mean, that's the value of having a mobile quarterback like Zarka, because Sessi came in scot-free off the edge. Watch 16. That's 18, Hamilton. Hamilton, the corner. You got to throttle down a little bit and fire at that inside thigh. That should have been a negative yardage play. It's a terrific call by Navy D coordinator Phil Bolter, or PJ Bolter, and Air Force turned into a positive.
That's Frew. And Frew gets to the 18-yard line.
So already, remember what Troy Calhoun said at halftime to Tiffany Blackman. In the first half, twice they were down in the red zone, settled for a field goal and missed it, settled for a field goal and made it. I think Calhoun knows, with the big play, explosive Navy offense, that they can't settle for a field goal again. I'm expecting him to be more aggressive here going forward if the situation presents itself on 4th down.
Over 5 minutes off the clock, 10th play of the drive. Zarka's going to keep it again, dives, and they've got an ambitious 3rd down coming up here. And the final seconds evaporate in the third in Annapolis in the first game of the Commander-in-Chief Trophy chase. Going to the fourth, and Navy is up 7.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's. Now serves up the all-new Big QP.
Steps back, looks, fires. Fleischman caught! Touchdown! Bruin Fleischman caught 4 balls all of last year. He's got 5 catches for 152 yards, and now a touchdown in this one.
Fleischman is having the day of his life. He's in the slot there. And they have a safety help that way. He stalk blocks, and McShann thinks it's a run that way. Gosh, everything these teams do in the passing game is based off the threat of the run.
Extra point is good. 6 minutes of time, 75 yards, 11 plays. Liam Zarka, Bruin Fleischman, and Air Force has tied it.
Being a champion means knowing when to work and when to reward myself.
Strawberry mango.
This is amazing. And with my Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Really? You call this a workout?
I'm just taking a little break. Then I'll get back after it.
I'm messing with you. Actually, that looks really good.
Make it 2. With the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn a limited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
I thought you worked in his house.
Nope. Cantina chicken burrito.
You know what? Let me get something to wash that down with.
I got you.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Don't hurt him, Kev. All dripped up. Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab on the best 5G network, baby.
No way.
It's me. Handsome and hilarious.
No way.
No way. I know. I'm even finer in person.
No way.
Wait, it was about the iPhone? Come on.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
That's real nice.
Having a partner means you gotta trust them with your life.
He's stubborn, set in his ways. It would be a problem if he wasn't right so often.
I am an acquired taste. Boston Blue premieres Friday, October 17th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Let's take another look at that game-tying touchdown from Air Force tight end Bruin Fleischman. Here's what I want you to watch. He's right there, but watch Hamilton and McShann. McShann thinks it's run. Hamilton will go with this receiver, Smith, which makes Fleischman wide open. This is so well done. He fakes the stalk back. Hamilton goes with Smith on the in-breaking route, and Fleischman's wide open. So well designed. Terrific job. You can see on the right his tight end coach, Mark Baycoat, who is a star wide receiver at James Madison, has clearly done a really good job because Fleischman is having a career day.
Yeah, 3 straight games with a touchdown catch for Fleischman. As I noted, 5 catches today, 4 all of last year. Bryant at the 9 had a big return early and is flying through the air and ends up at the 30-yard line. Let's take a look back at the celebrated history of the Commander-in-Chief Trophy presented by Bud Light. We're going back to 2022 versus Navy. This is Air Force. Zeke Daniels with the long pass to David Cormier. And then they faced Army. Daniels in Dallas, a rushing touchdown. Air Force a 13-7 win. And they capture the Commander-in-Chief Trophy. The last 3 trophies, look at this. Air Force, Army, Navy. Teska's back in, 1st and 10. That's Chapman with the carry. And this Air Force defense, I mean, remember this stuff? They've given up like 1,100 yards and 93 points over the last 2 games coming into this one. And I know they've given up 24, but this is a huge improvement.
I think they'll take it. After 3 straight games, they've given up 44 points or more.
Second down 9. Horvath. Caught. Fires it. Is it bobbled and caught? Let's see. Gutierrez in the pattern, and he did hold it. The 34-yard line, short of the first down. Let's see if it's a catch.
Yeah, he got it. What a job by Horvath. He had a defensive lineman draped around his legs.
I thought for a moment we would have to check with Gene Steratore for the first time all day. Working a doubleheader today. Penn State at UCLA to follow here on CBS. In the flat. Heidenreich holds it, though. It should be enough for the first down.
Now what's interesting to me about that is he's a defenseless receiver there when he catches it. It's a helmet-to-helmet contact. You always wonder if those are some of the ones that they'll take a look at. I like the fact, though, that he had his head to the side and was trying to deliver the blow with the shoulder.
This is a Mountain West Conference officiating crew. Of course, Air Force in the Mountain West. Horvath rolling right. He's got a man open. Heidenreich deep is there. He's got it. He's going to score again. Eli Heidenreich. Yards.
I mean, they did it again, Rich. They have just taken advantage of these safeties all game long. Houston Hendricks, who hasn't played in a while, unfortunately is really struggling. And Navy knows exactly who they need to be targeting right now.
Is up and good. And with that touchdown, Eli Heidenreich is now the all-time Navy wide receiver in receiving touchdowns. Huge day. 3 touchdowns, 209 yards, and Navy's back on top.
Let it storm. Let it thunder.
Permitting, after this one is over, we'll send you back to Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ. Get your insights on a fun day here in Annapolis and a great day in college football on the State Farm College Football Today.
Everything about this game and this day is perfect. The stadium's amazing. The weather is ideal. And if you told Air Force it'd be a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, I think Troy Calhoun would have taken it.
2nd and 1. Zarka flushed and throws it out of bounds. Fleischman was there. He didn't want to take the sack. Mark Anthony Parker with the pressure.
Excellent coverage by Navy on the back end. That was Air Force trying to get him back by taking a shot. But the Navy safeties didn't bite. Duhart and Sessi, they were deep. Brings up 3rd and a yard here. Love anything involving the quarterback run to get that extra blocker. They're going with an unbalanced line. They just moved the right tackle over to the left side.
And they go over that left side and get the first down. Dylan Carson slams for 2 yards.
I don't think Navy adjusted to the unbalanced line. They brought Elwood, the right tackle, over in motion. Look, when they snap it, that's an offensive lineman right there. But Navy didn't shift the line over. So now you have a numbers advantage to be able to get the blocking at the point of attack. Navy stayed in their base formation, didn't adjust to the unbalanced line.
Remember that last Air Force touchdown drive was 12 plays, 6 minutes. Zarka's going deep, and Harris has caught it! Excuse me, it's Dawson! Jonah Dawson! 53 yards! Oh, goodness, what a game this is!
Dawson getting more time because Roberson's out. It's a play-action fake. It's a deep post. It's not bad coverage by Hamilton, right? Oh, he just missed the ball. You can't throw it any better than Liam Zarka just did. This game is bananas.
Extra point is good. Wow. Liam Zarka career until that Commander-in-Chief trophy. Air Force captured it. That was a game in Dallas against Army. Army answered back in 2023. And then last year, the great season by Navy, 10-3. They beat Oklahoma in the bowl, but they'll tell you that Commander-in-Chief was just as important. So Dawson never caught a pass, may not have even been a target. And he catches that one and ends up in the end zone. And this game is tied again. And remember, Navy 4-0 coming in, Air Force just 1-3. Bryant stays on his feet this time and tries to get to the sideline. Good cut there. Good pursuit as well from Air Force. The Navy gets the ball again. For every highlight, the CBS Sports HQ. Just stream it for free. 24/7. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Just an incredible scene here. Not just today, but the week leading up to the game in Annapolis is like the coolest place to be.
Well, I hadn't been to Annapolis since like a third grade field trip. Annapolis is incredible. Love these last couple days.
We've done damage in the crab cake population here as well. Horvath on the carry, maybe 3. Blake Fletcher makes the stop. If you are just happening by and have stopped on this game, you've missed an incredible offensive show by both Air Force and Navy.
Both teams over 430 yards of offense, and we have over 10 minutes left. It would be a surprise if they don't both go over 500 yards. This is not the Air Force Navy game you remember from a few years ago.
And for both these institutions, this is like a college football playoff game in early October. Horvath lofting it up, and did Heidenreich get it? Yes, he did. Flag is down. 2 flags are down, backed by the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96, defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the play, and an automatic first down.
That's going to add 15 to already a big play. 27 yards on the catch.
Watch Horvath's courage here. And it's a personal foul because he hit him low. You can't hit him low. Watch Heidenreich. Man-to-man coverage against Sykin. Again, not bad coverage, but Heidenreich is just that good. There's a reason why he's getting a lot of NFL looks. I mean, make the whole team out of Heidenreichs at this point.
And, of course, Heidenreich, you get to, attempt to go where you want to go. He's headed to Marine ground. That's his future in the military. He wants to be on the ground. He wants to be a Marine. Horvath fires to the sideline, and it's caught there by Shane Reynolds. And that really fits Heidenreich. We've had a chance to visit with him. A Navy record, 236 yards in receiving.
He's a cyber ops major, which includes cybersecurity, all kinds of things. And just so you guys know that are watching, we get a chance to talk with these young men. They are exactly what you would hope and think that you'd want in the guys playing football at our service academies. They're just the greatest kids to talk to.
Navy straight ahead, Shane Reynolds. Well, we sold you on quarterbacks at the start of the show, and we weren't kidding.
4 touchdowns each. They're both over 100 yards rushing. Zarka's going to go over 200 passing. Horvath's already had over a career-high 300. This is just nuts.
Eight and a half minutes left. 4th quarter in Annapolis. Navy on the ground, and it's Reynolds, the 3rd-string running back, Alex Teska is banged up a bit. We've seen Jackson Gutierrez and now Shane Reynolds.
I think that's also one of the things unique about the service academies, right? I mean, here you got Shane Reynolds, a senior from Garnet Valley, Philly suburbs, third string, and tie game, biggest game of the year so far, and he's out there. You know, not only did he stick around, because these guys don't hit the transfer portal like a lot of others do when they're backups, but he's getting a chance to get some very important carries here.
Horvath flips it up, man open, oh, just off the hands of the tight end, Cody Howard. And that was a little overthrown.
Second down. You know, he put a lot of air under it. Howard just wasn't quite able to get it. I don't know if he would have been better off just trying to run through it. He tried to contort his body and dive for it. Wouldn't be surprised if Navy comes back to that play. Really, anytime Navy does a play-action pass, it's been like stealing. Those Air Force safeties need to stay back.
Second and 10. Horvath, lots of time. He runs out of time, flips it, tries to throw it away. It looked like he was still in the pocket. Isaac Hubert with the pressure.
Well, there was a receiver in the area. You'll see they wanted to go deeper, but it was covered. Hubert comes, discards Gutierrez. That's a heck of a job by Horvath to just throw it in the receiver's direction to not get the intentional grounding or the sack. That was really good coverage on that time by the Air Force back end.
It was on the Air Force sideline, and they weren't real happy with it.
3rd and 10 could be 4-down territory for Navy, depending on what happens here on 3rd down.
Chapman in motion. Horvath to throw. Blitz comes. Horvath over the middle. Caught there. And a 1st down.
Ooh, it's close.
Well, let's see where they do mark it. You're right. Josh Guerin with the catch.
Even if he didn't get it, you'd expect them to go for it. They're calling it short right now. They're calling it 4th down. 23 seconds left. Let's see. He's got the ball. Good shot from Henry. Oh, he's down right there. He was definitely short of the 11-yard line.
Navy didn't like the spot, but it looks accurate. So this is 4th and less than a yard. And with the play clock running down, Navy's going to call a timeout, and we will as well. Navy on the move in the red zone, 31-31.
When you don't use Bounce, dryer heat can be a real monster. It turns clothes into static magnets for your hair. Use Bounce to stop it. Whoa. If you want static-resistant clothes...
Where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here! I missed that because of you.
Hey, that's your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
And now, place the ring on his finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
And pledge to share my USAA membership with you, our future children, and for generations to come.
And pledge to share my USAA membership with you, our future children, and for generations to come.
A perfect fit.
USAA, earned through service, shared for generations.
The Military Star Card is the one card for your military lifestyle, serving active duty, veterans, and DoD civilians. Use the Military Star Card to access your exchange shopping benefit throughout your installation. With a low APR, you save with exclusive discounts, offers, and rewards. Plus, 100% of exchange earnings support the military community. The Military Star Card. Add it to your mobile wallet today. Visit myecp.com to learn more.
College football on CBS is sponsored by USAA. The Exchange. And by Bud Light. Crazy fun game in Annapolis. 31-31, just under 7 minutes left. and Navy is faced with 4th down and about a yard at the Air Force 12-yard line.
I'm thinking quarterback run here. It's too far for a quarterback sneak after that spot, but I would think it's some type of quarterback run, maybe even a quarterback follow from Horvath.
Reynolds in the backfield. Adjustments on both sides of the ball.
Oh,
and
they moved.
Flags.
They moved.
That's procedure. And that means field goal, you would expect.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
You would expect after a timeout that you can execute the play without that. 8 penalties now on Navy.
Yeah, I think it was the left side of the line. Hard to see who it was on that replay, but remember, Navy had 10 penalties for 85 yards last week. That was a point of emphasis for them this week. Evidently not enough of them.
8 penalties, 49 yards here. Kirkwood from 34 knocks it through. So a win for Air Force, just to hold Navy to 3. Still a lot of football left. Man, this is fun. 34-31, midshipmen.
This is Judy and Pedro. They just bought their first home and are learning a lot. Thanks to Google, Pedro knows more than he wanted to about gravel. Oh. And Judy wouldn't call herself a plumber, but she dabbles.
Wait, how do these things work together? Honey, I did it!
So far as they've learned one thing about home ownership is that there's a lot to learn. Good thing you can just ask Google.
Aiden Hutchinson is still down. This doesn't look good.
I vowed to come back unbroken and finish what I started. What do you think?
They list Zarka at 5'11", 190 pounds, but it sure seems like he runs with more power than that, and he might have to again here on 3rd and 4. Really interesting whether they try to throw it here or go with another quarterback run, which has been their best offense today.
22 carries, 154 yards for Zarka. Good on 3rd down today is Air Force. Zarka, it's a quick throw. It's caught, and that's Cade Harris. And Harris scampers out of bounds. That's a 1st down. He hasn't been the factor he usually is. Navy's done a good job of shutting him down.
Well, Cade Harris, they had a trip set, right? So there's 3 receivers. Cade Harris is the middle of the 3. Just a quick speed out. Watch. Navy's playing zone coverage, so they're playing off. Zarka reads it, ball out quick. That is really a heads-up play by Zarka to read the off-zone coverage and just get it out.
For the 36. Out to the 38 is Zarka. You know, one thing Air Force can do here, you're saying, oh, there's 5 minutes left. Even if they score, there'll be time left. Air Force had a 6-minute drive in this half. They can drive the ball down the field, chew up time.
And when it's a 3-point game, Air Force was a big underdog in this game after their last 3 losses in a row. I like the decision to keep churning clock. Keep this a 3-point game as long as you can. Obviously, they want to pay this off with a touchdown or at least a field goal to tie.
2nd down, 9. Zarka fires. Fleischman, the tight end again. Midfield and into Navy territory at the 48-yard line. Bruin Fleischman have a day. 14 more yards, 6 catches now. He's over 160 on the day.
Feels like it's Heidenreich for Navy and Fleischman for Air Force. What a day to have a career day.
Well, they're shutting down Harris, but certainly Fleischman has absolutely killed him. 166 yards for that big tight end. Zarka on play action. Chased. Fires. Contact. but I don't think that was a catchable ball. And it's incomplete. So Zarka, we were looking to see if he was going to get there. Over 100 yards rushing, over 200 passing. It doesn't happen often for quarterbacks. He's done it in 3 straight games. The last 2 to do it in 4 straight. Pretty good quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, but what have those guys done since then? I mean, they were good in college, but what have they done? You got Dak's been MVP runner-up. Lamar's won it a couple times. That is crazy company to be in.
Second down 10. Mark Anthony Parker with the stop to the 47.
The interesting thing about Air Force's strategy right now, which is to keep taking a bunch of time off the clock, is that probably makes Calhoun more aggressive in a 4th down situation, especially because of how good Navy's offense has been and Air Force's defensive struggle. So I'm thinking right now, Calhoun might have even said to Thiessen, you got 2 plays to get these 9 yards.
Zarka, the pitch is bad, and Navy's on it. Disaster strikes at midfield for Air Force. Landon Robinson, I believe, was on the ball.
That's a dangerous, dangerous pitch there from Zarka. You can't do it because of the edge defender. You'll see right here, coming off the edge, it looks like Sessi, the left hand. Or no, I'm sorry, it's Jackson Campbell, 14. The left hand. Watch Campbell. You can't make that pitch if you're Zarka there. If there's a man in between you and the pitch man, it stinks, but you gotta just tuck the ball. Navy gambled that they were running option that way, and Campbell made a heck of a play.
Great field position, midfield. Navy with a 3-point lead. They're going to take a shot here. Now they fly it out to the side, and that's Chapman. He lost the ball, but it rolls out of bounds, and he may have been down before it popped out. And I think that's what they're going to rule with the ball at the 46-yard line.
A little surprised Navy came out on 1st down and threw it. It's a nice job by Roger Jones, the safety, to rip it out. And that stayed in the field of play for a while.
I'm surprised that once they decided to throw it, it wasn't Heidenreich behind a safety.
Well, and listen, if you're Navy, no penalties, 2 hands on the football, they need to churn a clock.
2nd and 6. Horvath gets hit initially, and Air Force smothers him. There's a flag down. And this will be an interesting decision if it's a hold. Because it's a loss of yardage and now a 3rd down.
They're asking Troy Calhoun. This is, you're right, Rich, a very interesting decision. Because you could push him back 10 yards, but it was already a loss of yardage. And you probably don't want to give them an extra down.
Holding, number 79, offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
I think that's the right decision. Because Air Force, I know they have 3 timeouts, but even if they get the ball back here, they're going to be pinned way deep. I don't think you want to give Navy 2 more shots at this.
So instead of taking the yardage and having 2nd down and, 18 or whatever, this is going to be 3rd down and 7.
Everybody in the Galaxy should have their eyes on Eli Heidenreich right there at the bottom of the screen.
There goes Heidenreich. Horvath will keep it. Horvath got the 1st down. Air Force has got 3 timeouts, but that's a huge conversion for Navy. They get the 2-minute timeout. Air Force still has 3, but Navy has the ball and a 1st down and a 3-point lead in Annapolis.
Deciding what to do after graduation was a big deal. I had lots of options. Lots of things I was looking for. Like the chance to do something important. Explore my potential. Then exceed it. And become the best version of myself while also helping others. Looking back, I made the right choice. Now, I'm excited to see how far I'll go.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
Buy the Old Spice NFL collection.
No, like this. Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Old Spice NFL collection.
Okay.
Domino's Best Deal Ever is back. Get any hand-tossed pan, thin crust, or New York-style pizza with any toppings for just $9.99 online. Your favorite pizza at our best price. It's Domino's Best Deal Ever, but it's not forever, so get it before it's gone. Only at Domino's.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
I spy motion on the port side! Garg, missed again! Imagine it!
What are we doing? So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, squalls are coming!
Justin Hartley returns in the season premiere event of Tracker. New season, CBS Sunday, October 19th.
Watson, Monday, October 13th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
Coming up next, big time out west. James Franklin and number 7, Penn State. The Nittany Lions are in the Rose Bowl, and they're angry after last week. They'll take on UCLA. It's right here on CBS, and it streams on Paramount+. Troy Calhoun, when he looks back at this one, will think back in that first half, and they missed field goal. Medina, a first-year kicker, tried to bring it back in, and he just pushed it right. And who knew at that point we'd be here at 34-31 with 2 minutes left. Heidenreich in motion. Horvath after that huge run. The Air Force is going to get a stop and a timeout. Blake Fletcher made the play.
Let's take a look at that 3rd and 8. It's kind of crazy that they ran it. We'll get a chance to take another look at the 3rd and 8 because a lot of times you don't expect run on 3rd and 8. I was thinking Heidenreich maybe tricked me and the Air Force defense.
Your pride and joy is measured in acres. Keep them looking their best with the Kubota lineup. Versatile sidekick utility vehicles. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional grade mowers for a professional cut. It's equipment built with one purpose: to get the job done right.
Doug. Imagine if we could tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Leave him! It's a mascot!
Oh, what's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
Do birds need pants?
And the control room censored it.
Oh! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Let's take another look at that 3rd and 8 quarterback run. You're going to see a couple things. Let's look at Purvis come around with the block on number 8, but even the entire Air Force D-line kind of gets knocked back here. I think they were thinking pass, and they were a little bit surprised by it. Purvis got a knockdown block on Daly, and Horvath just able to power through Fletcher enough for an immense first down. This thing is not over yet, but Navy going to run the ball. You would think a couple more downs here to force Air Force to use those last 2 timeouts.
2nd and 9. Horvath going to throw it, and it's caught. Heidenreich again, but it's short of the first down by about 3 yards.
That is gutsy right there.
Another timeout. Air Force down to 1. 3rd and 3 Navy when we get back.
'Cause I'm in shoo shoo shoo, shoo shoo shoo, shoo 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 shoo, Sugar Town.
Gemini, which of these would be a little less expected?
Check out the alliums. They'd go great with the hydrangeas below.
Will those last till Saturday?
Yeah, they should last until Saturday if they're kept in water.
Class, today we're talking NCAA championships and life lessons. Schoolwork got you stressed, feeling overwhelmed. Need a place to unleash a quick, hearty yell? Behold. Join thousands of screaming fans for a heart-pounding in-person experience you have to see to believe. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Visit ncaa.com/tickets.
Professor, who are you talking to?
The Commander-in-Chief Trophy for the Academies is the #1 priority every season. For Troy Calhoun, Air Force has won more than Navy and Army. For Brian Newberry, they won one last year. This is like a college football playoff game in early October, and it's been a whale of a game. Navy has a 3-point lead and the ball. Brian Newberry's offense needs 2, maybe 3 yards to pick up the first down. Drew Cronick on the right side, their offensive coordinator.
Well, and speaking of college football playoff, I saw where Beanie Wells on CBS Sports HQ before the game was talking about his belief that Navy has a great chance to make the college football playoff. As the Group of 5 representative, obviously they need to win this game, and getting a first down will do exactly that.
4-down territory?
Absolutely.
3rd down, it's a long 2. Horvath, don't think he has it. He stopped right at the 30. Ball came out at the end. Air Force says they have it, but the officials aren't buying. Last time out for Air Force.
Watch the ball. I mean, he clearly didn't get the first down, but look for the ball. Yeah, he's dead. He tried to reach it out, and then it came out. Yeah, this creates an interesting scenario. I would fully expect Navy to go for it here. They're not going to kick a field goal. The only other possibility would be to do what they did earlier in the game, which should be to take a delay game and try to pin them inside the 5, because they do such a good job of that with their punter. But I don't think they're going to do that. That would surprise me.
Brent Newberry, in our meetings, we talked to him about, look, the Commander-in-Chief Trophy is so important, but you guys might be a college football playoff candidate if you keep winning, and he wasn't having any of it. It's like, no, man, we got a long way to go.
The last time Navy was in this situation, they false started.
Great point.
It went from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. So do they even try to do a hard count here, or do they just run the play, which is more than likely Horvath, the quarterback, taking it himself?
Gutierrez in the backfield. Heinreich in motion. Horvath going to throw it, and it's caught. First down. Gutierrez leaped out of the backfield, and Navy's got the first down and seemingly the game.
I mean, that is how you know you have a lot of confidence in your quarterback. 4th and 1. You're the Naval Academy. You run the option. Instead, they run a bootleg off the backfield action. Not surprisingly, Gutierrez is wide open, but a lot of bad things can happen there. It can be a bad throw. He can drop it, but they all converted, and Navy is going to survive.
Yeah, with the math, just do it. Take a knee a couple times, and this game is over. You said it at the outset of the telecast, Ross. You said this is not your father and mother's Navy offense. This is a real different, varied hybrid of a lot of different stuff. Drew Cronick was brilliant in his play calling. Hey, look, give Mike Thiessen credit as well for Air Force. Their offense is different. Their offense is fun. And what we've had here is just a marvelous college football game on a beautiful day in Annapolis. And the mids are starting to sing.
Peyton Zadroik, he's a 5th-year senior. He tried to time the snap up and cause a fumble.
Delay of game, number 96 on the defense for swiping at the football. It's a 5-yard penalty that results in a first down. Foul also qualifies for a 10-second runoff. The game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. 20 seconds, please. It'll start on my signal.
Officials right now are trying to keep both teams apart.
There is a lot of trash talking going on right now.
And they don't even need to snap it here. They're going to start the clock. And now they wind the clock. And this game is over. The first game in the Commander-in-Chief Trophy chase belongs to the Midshipmen of Navy. They won the Commander-in-Chief last year. And Brian Newberry has the first game, that Army-Navy game. That will decide it. And for Air Force, man, what an effort. For a team that was 1-3 and lost in some shootouts in their last 3 games. Just a terrific